Haven't got a clue what to buy the DIYers on your list this holiday season? Well, if you know someone who loves to fix or build stuff around the house, tinker in the garage or at the craft table, or play with radio-controlled cars, boats, and planes, make jewelry or throw awesome parties, then the DIY Holiday Wish List is here to help you become a holiday hero. Welcome to the DIY Holiday Wish List, where we're helping you make all of your do-it-themselves friends and family as happy as they can possibly be this holiday season, which will make you happy too, of course. I'm Jay Baker, and throughout this holiday special, fellow DIY experts and I will show you the latest and greatest gift ideas for all of the hobbies from crafts to home improvement, which is where I come in. So let's get started. We've selected some of the best gadgets and tools, and since all of them serve the function to make home improvement jobs easier, they're sure to be a hit. Now, laser tools are really hot right now, especially laser levels, and this is one of my favorites. It's called an air grip, and the thing I like most about it is there's one button for the operation. That's all you have to think about. Now, you put this against the wall. Most laser levels will attach using pins. This one, you push the button, it pulls itself into the wall, and there. Now I can let go of it. It's got a bubble on the top where I can find plumb. It's got a bubble on the side. I can go down and I can find level. And if I'm hanging pictures or wainscoting or something like that, it shoots a wide enough laser. As you can see, it goes right around the corner. When you're hanging pictures at an angle, this head will rotate 360 degrees. So basically, you just find the angle that you want, hang your pictures. Perfect. Another thing I like about this level, it has a multi-purpose base that you can hook it into and actually pin it into a surface like this backer board, or it will attach to a tripod. Now, the reason that that's important is this. When you're laying tile, usually you just use a string line. Well, that string line gets covered up as you're doing the work. Show what I mean. Put a little mastic down, spread it across. You're actually covering up the line you need to keep the tile straight. With this one, turn it on. It shows you right where the line is. You can still line your tile up. Keep up with your line. This is a really great gift for around $40. But if you want to take a step up in price, there's a few other levels to consider. Now, this is called a crossfire laser level. It also comes with a base so you can attach it to the wall, and as you can see, these little pins push out of the back of it, and they're at an angle, so you can set it right on the wall and push it in. But the couple of features that set this apart, one is it's self-leveling, so you don't have to line up a bubble, and the other is you can put it on a setting that gives you two directions at the same time. You see the floating action there. That's it finding its level. But once it does, you have a straight plumb line, you have a straight level line. So if you're putting a picture back here in this corner, you can go right into the corner. Makes it very simple. This costs about $100, and it's a nice level. Now, this one's called a 360-degree laser level, and for good reason. It will go all the way around a room, give you a level line or a plumb line all the way around an entire room. Let me show you how it works. Turn it on. Once the light's established, you tell it to spin, and then you have a laser that shoots all the way around your room. You can go along and mark those lines. For something like hanging a drop ceiling or installing wainscoting, this is really indispensable, and it only costs about $120. Now, lasers are cool, and they make a great gift, but there are plenty of other cool tools for the home improvement enthusiast. Take, for instance, this air compressor. Now, this is just a smaller version of exactly what you have at your gas station for inflating tires and things of that nature. It'll run your smaller pneumatic tools. It'll also inflate children's toys. But the thing that I like about this is the size. It's really convenient. It's wall mountable, or you can take it off the wall and move it around your workshop if need be. They provided a strap here for taking off the air hose and actually getting it up off the floor also, so you don't get a hole in your air hose. And the really great thing about this compressor is it's quiet. A larger compressor you can hardly speak over. This thing makes the work a lot more convenient, and it costs about $100. Now, you may not know this if you're not a home improvement guru yourself, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Handymen and women love to get new tools, and they love tools that look cool and have cool accessories added to them. And no better example than this drill driver set. I mean, the thing I like about it, just look at it. All of the green areas are rubberized. So this thing just really feels good in your hand. You can get a good solid grip on it. Also, they've provided an extra handle for added stability. But also, you're getting two tools for the price of one. Like I said, it functions as a drill, and it also functions as a driver. Put a screwdriver bit in, 18-volt battery, you got plenty of power, and you're ready to go. Really feels nice. Now also, in the same line is this impact driver. Now, this has a smaller battery, but notice it's also a smaller tool. This is great for getting into tight places, like down underneath the hood of a car. But it also has plenty of torque for driving hex head screws all the way up to lag bolts. Now, each of these tools goes for about $250, but they also have one little feature that I've never seen before. It's a light that focuses right on the work that you're doing. You can see that's hitting right there where my screwdriver bit is. So if you don't have someone holding a flashlight for you, this is a great added feature. And also, when you're done, that light functions as a belt clip. You're on to the next job. One of the things that do-it-yourselfers dislike when it comes to cutting tools is changing blades, because it's time-consuming and it's sometimes difficult. But, of course, it has to be done when the blade gets dull, or if your favorite DIYer needs to use a different blade for different materials, like cutting masonry or plastic. Now, the person on your list is bound to like this tool. It's a circular saw that requires no tools to change the blade. Let me show you how it works. The first thing you want to do when changing any blade is unplug the tool. Then you're safe to go. Now, this has an arbor nut with a little lever that slides out of it. Once you slide that out, you can loosen this nut completely, take off the blade, put on another blade, then put the nut back in place and tighten it all the way. You can push out the lever and just give it a good twist so it's good and tight, and you're ready to go again. Now, this tool retails for about $140, and in terms of the time it will save you, it's well worth it. If tools are a little out of your price range, then maybe helpful gadgets would be the thing that handyman or woman on your list would love. Here are a few items that are very affordable and sure to make an impression. These are called third hand. Now, these are the smaller ones, but they can be jacked up simply by pulling the lever, and they can be released right here. But imagine if I were putting up kitchen cabinets. I could sit these on the countertops, set my cabinet in place, and then fasten it without any help. It's a big, big, big improvement over trying to hold it in place and screw it to the wall. For a taller job like trim, I can take the taller ones, sit my trim in place, and make sure it's secure to the wall before I take them out of position. Now, the price range on these is anywhere between $30 and $45, and it never hurts to have an extra hand around the house. Let me show you some tools that I think would make great stocking stuffers. First of all, we'll start with the auto loader screwdriver. Now, notice this. We've got a flathead bit sticking out the front of the screwdriver. Watch it go away. I just turn this to where I want to find another bit, push it forward, and there's a torque bit. Turn it again, push it forward, and there's another smaller bit. This has 3 flathead bits, it has 2 Phillips bits, and it has 1 torque bit in it. Very versatile tool, and it only costs about $20. Next, we have what's called a fold and lock screwdriver. Now, the great thing about this is it'll fit in your pocket, it'll fit in your glove compartment, and it gives you 3 flathead screwdrivers on one side, 3 Phillips head screwdrivers on the other side, and they all lock into different positions. So you can pull it out to a right angle if you need extra torque, and it locks into position, or push the button again, it locks straight, and you're ready to go. 6 different screwdrivers, all in one hand. The other thing I like is called an endurable flashlight. Now, the reason it's endurable is because they've replaced bulbs with LEDs. The reason why? LEDs never burn out. All you're going to need to replace on this flashlight is going to be the batteries. And it gives you 3 different settings. It gives you a focus light, it gives you a wide light, and then it gives you both together. Pretty nice considering it'll fit in your glove compartment and you never have to replace the bulbs. I'll say that covers the home improver pretty well, but if you need more information on any of the must-have holiday gifts we're showing you, go to DIYnetwork.com and click on the DIY holiday wish list. Now, if you've got a woodworker on your list, stick around.
Hi, I'm David Teal. Coming up, I'll show you some cool woodworking tools that would be great gift ideas, like this bandsaw with a quiet vacuum system that any woodworker would love. Welcome back to the DIY Holiday Wish List. I'm David Teal. On DIY Tools and Techniques, I get to use some awesome tools and gadgets. And I've picked out some great ones that anyone on your gift list who loves woodworking would be thrilled to receive. Let's take a look. Now, your woodworker may have a joiner, but you know what? Nothing says love at the holidays like giving them a little bit of safety too. And not only safety, but actually a very efficient tool as well. This is a push block that works very, very nicely when you're running this material past the joiner to take off that little bit of material. Holds it down in place. And it holds it nice and flat because it's got a nice rubber base on the bottom. But also, it's got this little kickstand here. Now, it works just like this in the middle of the board. But when you get to the end of the board, the kickstand pops loose, and you can use it that way to push from behind too. That's great. Let me show you how it works. Keep your woodworkers safe at the holidays and keep them working efficiently as well for under $20. Now, another tool over here that will be terrific for any woodworker in your life. It's from BenchDog. It's called the Guide Lock. It's a guide system which is terrific. If you need to make a straight line, and that's a pretty important thing in woodworking, that can be tricky. You may draw the line there, but trying to guide the saw on it isn't always that easy. This little guide system is adjustable for any type of cutting tool you have, whether it's a circular saw, jigsaw, even a router. What's nice about it is it actually conforms to the particular saw. This is a circular saw, and we set it up right to fit the plate, and then you cut off the edge of the guide. Every time you use this guide with this saw, it's perfectly set. You draw your line on the material, get your saw in place, put the guide right on that line, and you're ready to make your cut. Perfect. Under $50, keep your woodworker cutting nice and straight every time. Over here we've got a bandsaw from Ryobi. This is terrific, and it's not just any bandsaw. Your woodworker's going to love this one. It's got dust collection built in, a silent dust vacuum system that pulls the dust away. You don't have to hook it up to any other machines. But that's not all. When they're working, it's always nice to have a little extra light on the subject so they can tell what they're doing. Very, very simple. Now, if there's not enough room on that table, how about we make it a little bit bigger for them? Kick it open, lock it in place, lots of extra room. And it's actually a very, very pleasant saw to use as well. Very nice making cuts. It's new this year for under $250, and that light is perfect. Now, these next two machines cost a little more, but for the serious woodworker in your life, they will appreciate it. If they're working on a table saw, and what woodworker isn't, this is a great tool for them. Now, most of the time they're working with a single blade, a whole lot like this. That's great for an awful lot of applications, but every now and then you make a little wider cut like this. This is called a dado. That's where you need a dado stack. But not just any dado stack this year. Get them something special. This one is very, very nice because usually with a dado stack you have to put different pieces in it to move and change the width, and then you have to put even smaller pieces and adjust and fuss and move back and forth. This one's great because you can dial in the setting. This little guy right here allows you to turn and adjust the width of the dado very, very simply without having to move pieces in and out. You just dial in where you need. Let me show you how that works. I've got one set up to go. Perfect dados every time, accurate. Your woodworker will love it. Now over here we have a joiner. This is not just any joiner though from Grizzly. This one is very, very special because inside you have some teeth that are a little different from the average joiner because usually a joiner has straight blades going across it like this. These little teeth are actually the knives, and they're set in a staggered pattern so they make a skew cut, which is really nice because it's a smoother cut. It's a more efficient cut so the motor doesn't work as hard. And these bits, these little teeth, actually adjust. You can pick it up and it's got 4 sharp edges for whenever there's a nick. Let me show you how it works. Smooth and efficient for under $1,000. The woodworker on your list is bound to love any of these gifts. I hope you have a great holiday. Stay right where you are because we'll have some great ideas for the people on your list who love to work on their cars and boats.
That's right, David. Hi, I'm Steve Bignanti from Classic Car Restoration, and I've got some great holiday gift ideas, including this lantern that could really save your neck. It plugs right into your car or boat cigarette lighter, and it's next on the DIY holiday wish list.